everybody, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where you boys always have something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm your host, Nicholas Playla.
And I'm your host, Adam Peddle. And today, guys, we're going to talk about the fact that the Blue Jays are stunning everybody right now. They're currently sitting on top of the American League East. And I could say this, you could say this, and I think a lot of you could say this. We didn't expect that after 2 weeks. It's still early, but the Blue Jays are looking nice. We're going to break down what parts of their team are looking nice, and also look at the schedule ahead. And maybe it will look a lot nicer after a few more weeks of baseball. But before we get into it, guys, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Blue Jays Today. First things first, I want to shout out ESPN right now, because I was on the train this morning and I was looking up some articles about baseball and Blue Jays, and I was like, oh, the new power rankings from the ESPN came out. We must be up there. We must be doing pretty good because we're first in the division. No.
Disrespect.
Disrespected, bro.
Disrespect.
We're 17th right now, according to ESPN, and the teams that we're taking care of right now, which you're going to get to in this podcast, the Boston Red Sox are top 10. They're 9th right now in baseball. Excuse me. The Yankees, who we have one more win than them. They're 5th in baseball right now. But still, I get it. It's early. It's going to take some time for us to get up, but still.
We got to listen.
disrespect.
This is the thing. ESPN and the guy that wrote this, whatever, they're still in that off-season mindset. All right. They're still in that 2024 mindset. This is a different team. This is a different identity right now. The Boston Red Sox, who are higher on us than the power rankings by almost 10 different spots, we are one game away right now from potentially sweeping them, which is honestly
on the road,
on
too.
the road
4-game series
in Fenway, right? Which is honestly what's kind of prompting us to do this podcast right now. Going into Fenway Park, and let's be very clear, okay? Boston Red Sox, that is a good baseball team. I am confident that they are going to be a playoff squad, at the very least a wild card team. I believe that they have a bright future ahead. That's a good team. And the Toronto Blue Jays right now are walking through Fenway, just putting them on a leash. Flashing over to the standings very quickly, just to further highlight this, we are currently 8-5. Yankees trailing behind, Boston right there, Tampa Bay 4th, and then Baltimore right there at 5. And if you can, again, we're filming this prior to them playing the game on Thursday, but if you can end up with a 4-game sweep over Boston,
disgusting,
just so massive,
oh
dude.
yeah,
so massive, because, and we got to bring this up right now, we have not done well against our division in the past.
No, we haven't. If you look right here, shout out to Damon98 _ P Live. He's saying, look, bring up the facts. Blue Jays in division record in 2023 and in 2024, we were 21-31. And the fact that we were 21-31 and still made playoffs in 2023 is
tough
shocking.
to do.
Yeah, that means you got to go outside your division and manhandle other teams.
Dominate.
Which I don't remember that year really well because we were watching so much baseball every day. But we must have done that. And then last year, obviously, it caught up to us. But so far, and this was before the game last night, we're 5-2 now to begin the season. Obviously, lots more ball to be played.
Tons.
But we're off to a good start. Now we want to bring up the game from yesterday because, it was low scoring. I know a lot of people have been kind of screaming, we need more offense. And, Kirk's kind of grounding into double plays.
And let's be clear. We do need more offense.
You can even see right here a key moment. Alejandro Kirk needed to come up with a big moment, and it's nobody out and 2 on, and he grounds to a play. That drops the improbability. But regardless, what we got to focus on right now is the fact that we're winning and how we're winning, which is the starting pitching. Kevin Gausman. Dude. He is having a resurgence this year. I'm going to say this right now. I think this is the best Kevin Gausman I've seen to begin the season of all Kevin Gausman's as his Blue Jay uniform. Not going to lie.
That's not a crazy exaggeration, honestly. He's been insane, man. Looking over at his baseball savant right now, all of the pitching run value, everything, the breaking run, the fastball, all of it is where you want to see, and the results are there. A 2.33 ERA through 3 starts so far, 19.1 innings. Yesterday, going back to the box score, he went 8 innings, no earned runs. One did end up coming around, but 10 strikeouts. And I just think that pitching as a whole right there, Gausman, Hoffman, Sandlin, that was some Tom Brady, Michael Jordan level of clutch shit that we saw from those boys yesterday. There were multiple opportunities for Gausman, and then especially with Hoffman and with Sandlin going into extras, multiple opportunities where all Boston had to do was just, put a ball in play or, sack fly or whatever. They take the lead, they win the game, whatnot. Those pitchers to lock them down like that in Fenway Park, I mean, it's just a major tip of the cap.
Yeah, I mean, I got to bring up this moment right here, and I believe, is this going to be it? No. I got to bring up this right here. Kevin Gausman in that inning where he gave up a double to Rafael Devers and then proceeded to strike out, the next 5 guys? That was phenomenal. This guy had 10 strikeouts. He put the team on his back, and he carried us to victory. Now, we can't expect that to happen every single game. You gotta have some offense, and yes, absolutely we want to acknowledge that. But we gotta give some tip of the cap, like you're saying, to the pitching. Right now, well, my screen's glitching. We're second in ERA in terms of starting pitchers, third in WHIP. The relief pitchers, I mean, I could really point to it right here. The relief pitchers, well, I don't know if y'all see that. Oh, there we go. We're fine now. The relief pitchers, most of the earned runs are coming from Yariel Rodriguez. I got beat up in that first series against Baltimore. Barnes and Lovelady. Lovelady's not even on the team anymore, who had 4. And Barnes, who's our garbage time guy. And again, most of it came in the series against Baltimore. So, right now, the bullpen is showing signs of getting better.
And that's the thing, the numbers, the season-long numbers are still relatively inflated from those outings. Those guys aren't on the team anymore. So, you got to hope, cross your fingers, that things are going to get better. It feels like now that they've kind of landed after that Max Scherzer injury, and they're hoping that Easton Lucas can do that.
Let's go, baby.
Well, seriously, right? It feels like we've kind of got our feet planted now with Easton Lucas doing what he's doing.
I can't believe we're saying this.
I know. I can't. Listen,
I know.
We're 2 weeks in. We're 8-5. I'm hyped up. All right. Easton Lucas is the beast.
I get it. I'm on the Beast and Lucas train. Let's go. Ride it till the wheels fall off.
Point being is now that we have our feet planted and we kind of have that rotation in place, and you've gotten rid of, the kind of problem spots in your bullpen, or some of them anyways, you got to hope that some of those numbers are going to improve. Looking over at the Toronto Blue Jays schedule moving forward, I think we got a chance to potentially get off to a really good start.
We could. In this road trip we were looking at and we were saying, wow, this is a gauntlet. And I mean, it started off with us getting swept in, Queens. And yes, that was the beginning of the gauntlet.
And we could still get our asses kicked by Baltimore on the weekend.
And I don't want anyone being like, you guys are jinxing it, because we got to talk about baseball right here. But we went and just had I guess, in hindsight, a 3-game sweep of our own right now, right? And we're even so far on the road trip. But again, you have one more game in Boston. You're hot right now, 4 o'clock start. Hopefully you win that one. And then you got 3 games against the Baltimore Orioles, which we were bringing up earlier. Right now they're last, and they're not off to a good start. Their pitching staff is really beat up right now. Eflin, the opening day starter for the Orioles, who handled us pretty good, just hit the 15-day IL. He's going to the IL, and you can see right there, their run differential, -6, last in the American League East. And I've been seeing on Twitter, a ton of Oriole fans are not very happy with their management. Very happy with it because of this reason. Look, all your pitchers just got hurt. Now you're screwed.
The offense is still phenomenal. So, I mean, listen, I feel good about our chances in Baltimore just with where they're at right now. Atlanta, prior a couple of weeks ago, I would have said that we would have got our asses kicked at home. Atlanta's not that team right now. They are off to the worst start in baseball, 2-9. They can't buy a single fucking run. The opposite for them is their pitching's fine. Their offense can't do anything.
They're averaging just over 2 runs a game.
Yeah.
And against our pitching, you got to imagine we're going to be pretty good.
We should be pretty good, right? So you're looking at those 2 series right now a little bit differently than you did prior. Seattle, I mean, I think same kind of idea right now. I feel like the Toronto Blue Jays, with the way that they're playing, can handle the 5-8 Seattle Mariners. That's the next 3 series that the Toronto Blue Jays have. After that, you are going to run into Houston. You are going to run into New York. Yeah. I don't want to tell you that those are going to be walkthroughs because they're not. Well, and let's face it, by then, is Boston going to be better? Maybe. They might have a vendetta against us if we end up sweeping them in Fenway.
Right.
So, point being is the next 2 weeks of time, with the way that the Toronto Blue Jays are playing right now, feels like they can pick up some wins. The one part of the game that they're missing right now is the home run ball. But so far, with pitching performances like that from Gausman and Hoffman and Sandlin, it's not hurting us.
Hey guys, time for a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video. Hit your picks and knock it out of the park with Betway. Scan the QR code down below or click the link in the description to join the action. Available in Ontario only. Must be 19 years older to participate. And guys, please bet responsibly. Now, back to the content. Yeah, exactly. And you bring up a good point. You brought it up in a video you made yesterday that one of the biggest problems right now is the fact that Blue Jays aren't hitting home runs. But I think we can all allude to the fact that, look, they're still hitting the ball hard. There's just one guy who needs to hit the ball hard. Is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. His expected sluggings is still up there. Expected batting average still up there. Got to give it some time because, yeah, in those games where we don't have the great starting pitching performances from Gausman every single time and he's winning Cy Young, we got to have a victory off the long ball, and that's how you got to get all these runs back. So I'm not worried about that right now. I'm just more focused on how great of a start these starting pitchers are getting off to, because that, at the end of the day, that's our bread and butter. Our great defense, which is #1 in baseball, and our great pitching. The offense, I've got confidence, I've got faith. We're going to turn it around.
And there's going to be, look, there's going to be a month of time where the pitchers aren't there. And then you got to hope that that is when Guerrero is placketing and, you know, and Santander is Tony Tatering.
Yeah, exactly.
And all of those boys
Bobo's
are
booming.
Exactly, right?
You know?
All those boys, like, those are when we're going to pick up the wins there. So I do believe that the numbers are going to come around.
They're going to come around. But overall, guys, how we're winning ball games right now is, I guess, exactly what Ross Atkins dreamed of. Great pitching, great defense, and just enough offense to get us over the hump. But you guys in the comments down below, let us know your thoughts about these Toronto Blue Jays. Are we overreacting right now? You guys let us know. Give us your thoughts about the Blue Jays start to the season.
And ESPN, put a little respect on the Toronto Blue Jays, folks. Hit that like, smash the subscribe button, everybody. $4 a month, become a YouTube member. And thank you to all of our current YouTube members. You guys are amazing.
Guys, thank you so much for watching.
And as always,
go Jays, go!